on Oahu, theological resources in terms of deeper training is very limited, just because there isn't a Reformed seminary on island. And so if people want to dive deeper into Reformed theology, into gospel-centered theology, there's a few different options, but none of them are in-person trainings and gatherings. It's either you move away, which is very devastating for churches in Hawaii, and just, leadership and gospel culture in Hawaii, and that you have these solid people that have this passion to serve Christ, and in desiring to grow in maturity and wisdom, as Colossians says, they need to move away to do so. Now, another route is strictly online, which was what I did when I was trained. I did a full MDiv online, which is great, very flexible. I'm very blessed to have that opportunity, which is a step up, I think, from having to leave the island. But I think the ideal scenario is what we have with OTS and obviously TLI partnering in that, is this idea of having resources on island where people can be trained, where they can grow, where they can have community and talk about these things. And I think a further benefit of this is it's so partnered with local churches, in that sometimes, there's benefits to going fully in to a seminary setting, but the problem is that sometimes you can get lopsided, in that you're not understanding how this applies to a person on a Sunday morning, how this applies to a local church setting, how this applies to somebody who's working construction 40 hours a week, right? And we can get so theoretical that sometimes it doesn't work out in wisdom, it just, builds up knowledge. Whereas in a setting where you're serving deeply in a church, you're working most likely bivocationally, because that's how most people do it in Hawaii, and you have this opportunity to meet with godly men who have studied all of the different scenarios, issues, doctrines, and they can come and bring to bear not only the knowledge of it, but the wisdom of how it bridges that gap, is just a phenomenal opportunity, and something that I feel like has been sorely lacking in Hawaii. And so this is why we're so excited to partner with these different agencies, with Oahu Theological Seminary, with TLI, and bring gospel training to the islands.